The showdown was like the gunfight at the OK Corral. That's how a witness describes the biker massacre to investigators. You don't have to hear the eruption of gunfire to feel the chaos the moment rival motorcycle clubs unleash a deadly melee. These videos take you inside the Twin Peaks restaurant in Waco, Texas, where 9 bikers were killed and the parking lot was turned into a raging war zone.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
CNN has obtained more than 2,000 pages of documents, crime scene photos, many too graphic to show, and surveillance video giving us the most detailed accounts of what unfolded last May. Some of the very evidence that a Texas grand jury is using to possibly indict the 177 bikers arrested and charged with organized criminal activity. Restaurant surveillance cameras show the patio area filled with members of the Cossacks Club waiting for an early afternoon biker meeting to start. They had already been there for more than an hour. The Bandito crew rolls in as police and SWAT teams, anticipating violence, are watching from a distance. John Wilson is president of the Cossacks Biker Club chapter in Waco. He's sitting on the patio when the Banditos arrive.
The lead guy on that, I looked out, I was watching, and he deliberately steered into one of our prospects and hit him. He wasn't going real fast, but he deliberately ran into him with a motorcycle, enough to, knock him down.
The man Wilson is talking about is Clifford Pierce. He refused our interview request and has not been charged, but in a police report, an investigator wrote Pierce said he did not get his foot run over, but may not have gotten out of the way fast enough. It didn't matter. The Cossacks believed a Bandito ran into one of their guys, and the fight was on. Who fired first isn't clear. One witness told police a Bandito fired the first shot into the ground. Another witness says a Cossack fired first. And in dozens of police interviews, the rival biker clubs point the finger at each other or claim they didn't see anything. Clifford Pierce says he hit the dirt and was shot. A bullet hits his spine, leaving Pierce paralyzed from the waist down.
At that time, it was pretty horrific. There were guys getting hit and falling, and I realized that I needed to get away from where I was, and I looked to the guy to my left, a good friend of mine, and I told him, I said, we got to get off the sidewalk or we're going to die here,
Mayhem ensues. A biker running across the patio fires a gunshot caught on camera toward the fight scene in the parking lot. He then stashes the gun. A number of Cossack bikers take cover. Some slide handguns across the ground to each other. Restaurant patrons and Twin Peak waitresses are stunned and trapped. The scene plays out in gory detail. You can see a group of bikers pummeling one man just outside the patio area. Crime scene photos later show a biker's body left dead in that exact spot. This biker runs toward the camera with a bloody face. Another group pulls a wounded man into the patio, and they appear to be trying to revive him. He's then carried away. Several defense attorneys tell CNN the videos show that most of the bikers there that day were innocent bystanders.
Y'all gonna put us in jail?
Yeah, everybody's going to jail.
The way they handled it with just the mass incarceration of people with million-dollar bonds flies in the face of justice and flies in the face of fairness. It's ridiculous.
After it was all over, the scene was chaos. Dozens of bikers had run inside the restaurant to hide in bathrooms and the Twin Peaks kitchen. Police SWAT teams move in to round up the crowd. They're escorted out with their hands up. Weapons litter the crime scene, knives, brass knuckles, and more than 150 firearms everywhere, some even hidden in toilets. It's been more than 5 months since the Twin Peaks brawl, and all of the bikers are out of jail, out on bond. They were all charged with engaging in organized criminal activity, but not one of them has been indicted by a grand jury yet, and no one has been charged with murder. In fact, it's still not clear who killed whom. One police report says at least 3 officers fired into the crowd, and one officer wrote he heard suppressed fire from what I believe to be SWAT officers with suppressed rifles. Several defense attorneys say it's likely some bikers were hit by police bullets, but as far as we know, ballistics reports have still not been completed to determine that conclusively. Police and prosecutors have refused to answer questions about the investigation, citing a gag order, but Waco police have defended their actions since the beginning.
This is a criminal element that came in here yesterday and killed people. They're not here to drink beer and eat barbecue. They came with violence in mind, and we're ready for it.
These images of the Twin Peaks brawl tell the story of unbridled pandemonium.
All these bikers started shooting. They put us in a freezer.
It was a Wild West style shootout in broad daylight.